We're gonna react to two-time U.S. national champion, NCAA champion, and Olympian Sam Mattis and his evolution. And we're gonna start right now. So Sam's evolution has been absolutely fantastic. And I think that his dad's video from back in the day shows some of the coolest footage around Sam becoming a freak athlete. And so we're gonna start off and show you guys what you're capable of doing with a lot of hard work, with a lot of determination, and where that can get you. All right, so let's check this out. So here's Sam, 8th grade, learning how to spin. Got those sneaks on, those long pants. That little knee sweep, sometimes he still has that little knee sweep. Gets to the front, slams it. It's crazy how much some of Sam's interesting habits you can still see some from when he first started. Even like how he, right there, he sort of does this weird thing where he rolls the discus. And you can almost see that happening in these throws right there a little bit. It's a very unique thing that only Sam really does. I think like Al Order does that a little bit. So now we're gonna get into sophomore year. Sam goes 196.10 as a sophomore. Now he's starting to pick it up. He's got good feeling. Great finish there. Looks like he's starting to get a little bit bigger. The old Sam run out there. That's awesome, dude. I love that. So now this looks like we're out. This might be out in California. Marlon's got a crack on his screen here. So let's see, what's this? This might be still his sophomore year. And I remember watching Sam throw back in the day at Penn relays. So junior year, 2011, won the meet of champs, second state record in the class, 207. I remember him, so this is at the meet of champs, throwing this year and maybe even the following year against Frederick Dakers at Penn relays. And just think about that. I think Smichael might have even been there if I remember correctly. So you can see there, Sam a little blocked off on that finish, but still just sends it. New Jersey state record, 218. Took down Ron Dane's state record. Ron Dane, the Heisman Trophy winner. This is where you're starting to see, look, everybody. Okay, so I wanted to point out here. Watch, that's where you can see the flip with the discus on his right hand. So Sam's got that little bit of a flip with a hand. Also, I wanted to point out, because I've watched this video in the past, this dude here in the South jacket turns his back. Why isn't he taking notes? Dude's throwing 218. And then that takes us into that collegiate setting. So Sam ends up going through high school, throwing 218, just absolute freaking bombs. Goes to Penn, wants to get a high-end degree. I think at the time wanted to work in the financial realm. And so he's at Penn on his 6th attempt, smashes this bomb, and I believe he took down, I think he beat Tavis Bailey, if I recall correctly, of University of Tennessee. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. So he won the NCAA title as a junior. He got second as a senior to Nick Percy, who threw for Nebraska and represents Great Britain today. There's Sam and his dad. Noah Kennedy White's in there. Marlon's in there. That's really cool. 205, so what's that? 205 is like 60, 62. And then this is Sam's PR, 67 meters here. He's got that nice, good, long finish into that left side. Good stability, good balance, and just slams it. So we wanted to see, okay, what happens? You know, you start back at that beginning of where Sam was. You know, think back to 8th grade, 9th grade, sort of falling all over the place, not consistent, took a lot of standing throws, took a lot of like walk-throughs, was learning how to sweep out of the back of the circle. And if you would initially see his first couple of videos, you're probably like, yeah, whatever, we'll see what happens. This will be a fun thing to play around with. And then more time in the circle, more time throwing, more time training, and more time developing can really lead to something unique. And then after setting the American NCAA collegiate record, winning an NCAA title, and this is at the trials in 2016. So this is where Sam had a big qualifier. Okay, so a good qualifier to get through into the final. I think he qualified in the 3rd or 4th spot. And then that was actually the first meet that I coached Sam at, where I was helping his dad. We had started to work together around, I want to say April of 2016, his senior year, the year that he got second at NCAAs, and then we started to really work together leading into the Olympic trials, and it was a downpour on the final, on the day of the final. And I know Sam was struggled absolutely pouring, but then that leads us into Sam winning his first U.S. national championship here. And this is like, to me, the I'm here to stay. Goes out 66-69 on his first throw. Throws, just cranks, puts the comp on lockdown. Here we go. Just an absolute bomb. And I want to point out here, I really like Sam's left leg here. That left leg's low, fast, and he transfers forward very, very well at the front. And it's crazy to watch, is like Sam's best throws look like this now. And where we're at right now, heading into World Championships in Budapest, he's getting into that form. And looking back right now to 2016, okay, so if we look at the teams that Sam has made, and he's won 2 U.S. national championships. He's now made Doha, the Olympics, the Eugene World Championships, and the Budapest World Championships, and he's made 3 world finals. So he's made Doha World Final, Eugene World Final, and the Olympic Final. That's a really, really good career, all while throwing 68 plus meters. He's like number 16 on the all-time list. And on top of that, like, he's clearly not from a tainted era. He's getting drug tested all the time, but this is his throw at the Olympics in Tokyo. Let's see here. What's crazy is that Sam goes 64 meters here. So this is in the final. And what's wild is that, looking back, like 8th place was like 64.80. It's crazy, but watching his technique, he was not in that best of shape at this time. Look at how high his left leg is, look how short his right leg is to the middle. And then you can sort of see he falls off on this finish a little bit to the left. He's not in as good a shape. Technically, he's not in as good a shape as he was when he won his first U.S. national title this past year, you know. So now he's really figuring out, he knows how to compete at that high level. There's Dinkoff's next to me. Alex Rose is there. This was cool, dude. This was really cool as a coach, to be able to coach him to the Olympics and then be a part of that journey, be a part of the Olympic final. All right, so this takes us to Sam's PB, which was last year. And so last year, he hit this PR, goes to Eugene, still makes the Eugene final, doesn't make the top 8. But the last 18 to 20 months, Sam's been on a pretty good tear. So here we are in Tucson, setting this up. Boom. And by this point, he had already PR'd earlier. Now, I want to point out too, is like, look at the height of that left leg. I think that there's more in Sam's tank, even today. I believe Sam can be a 70-meter discus thrower. I 100% believe that. I think he cleans up that left side. I think he gets out of the back a little bit more effectively, and he's going to be in a really good spot. Now, Sam's at the 11th spot here. Currently, when we're in Eugene, still a little short with that right to the middle. But again, you know, 65, 60, you know, there's very few American throwers. Casey Malone's one that pops, Anthony Washington's another one that pops in my head, that have had this consistent in recent years. Okay, so now this is at the Diamond League final. So think back to this, guys. It's like, look back to where he was in 8th grade. What's happening? Where's he at? Where's he at today? How's he faring? Well, now he's at the Diamond League final, and he's throwing well, 64 meters here. Opens, gets the middle better. And the hardest part here was we were just trying to hold on. You're just holding on. Wait, he went 65 there. That's right. I had a really cool conversation here with Veston, actually. And it was sort of like a unique, very unique experience for me to be around one of the best throws coaches in the world and spend time picking his brain, seeing how he operates, and then being around Daniel Stahl and Che. Pretty happy on that throw. And it was also just 65-24. Also just a great experience there to be there in person and be at the Diamond League. So then soon after that, he goes 67 again. And this is the distance he hit to qualify, essentially to set up his qualification. You can still see he's a little short with that right leg to the center, just a little bit, but really sits into that finish. Real deep. Another thing, Sam's 6'1". He's not big, he's not huge, he doesn't have really long arms. He's just wired, and I would say out of everybody, dude, he works. He wants to work. He's a workhorse. He just trains constantly. He's always thinking about technique. He's always dialed in on what he wants to focus on. He knows his goals. He knows the type of damage he wants to have. There's Che. I think Sam ends up getting second here. 67 in that first round. That's a nice toss, man. Really nice toss. Gets that Olympic qualification, or gets that World Championship qualification out of the way. And something that I think that a lot of people don't know about Sam is that this past year, so he comes out this year, he throws 67 meters, he wins the U.S. National Championship at 65.93, achieves tremendous history here in the United States, but he also fought off testicular cancer from December. So he was completely out of training for like 8 weeks, essentially not doing anything but recovering from testicular cancer. And that's something that I think that a lot of athletes, a lot of people are struggling to walk, struggling to recover. And I think it's a tribute to his personality and his work ethic. I don't know. Sam, why are you running there so fast? Yeah, and his ability to just continuously grind. And you look back and it's like, all right, what's the biggest attribute? One, to get to the point where you can win 2 national championships, you've got to be able to work really, really hard. You've got to be focused on your tasks at hand, and you've got to be able to compete really well and embrace all of those different things for a long time. Sam and I have been working together since 2016, and he's been training with his dad all the way back to 2008. So we're looking at 15 plus years of really, really hard work. And I think that's something that we've got to remember. Even looking at someone like Alex Rose, he and I have been working together since 15. It's like, Alex Rose became a 70-meter thrower from 8 to 9 years of consistent work. So when you're in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, you've got to think through that. Think through that lens of 6, 7, 10 years. And so here's Sam winning the U.S. National Championship this year. This is 2023. Big kudos to Sam. Huge year this year. We're going to Budapest in about a week, and this video is going to air the day of qualification. So we're going to see how Sam fares. Hopefully he dials things in, gets that right leg to the middle really well, has that low left leg, and just slams that finish forward so that he can become a champion. You guys, write down those goals. Where do you want to be in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Focus on that training. If you need help with your training, head over to peakstrength.app, the Google Play Store, the Apple iOS Store. You can download Peak Strength and select that you want to train like a shot putter, a discus thrower, and you can do that today so that you can drop some bombs. Until next time, peace.